The Seollal holiday travel rush kicked off on Friday as people head across the country to make the most of the 5-day break. According to the government, the economy remains on a path to recovery, underpinned by firmer domestic demand and a resilient semiconductor sector. 17-year-old snowboarder Choi Ga-on brought home South Korea's first gold from the Milano Cortina Winter Games on Thursday, despite falling on her first 2 runs. Korea is gearing up for the Seollal or Lunar New Year holiday, which begins this weekend. For those heading home to celebrate with their loved ones, today marks the start of the holiday rush. Our Choi Ga-on is standing by at one of Seoul's busiest transportation hubs. Young, good evening. How is the atmosphere in Seoul Station at the moment?
Good evening, Tommy. I'm currently at Seoul Station, one of the largest and most crowded train stations in Korea. Behind me, you can see people carrying gifts and luggages as they start their holiday travels. With the 5 days holiday break just around the corner, many people are already making their way across the country to meet their family and friends. As the evening sets in, the station has been filling rapidly, especially after 6 p.m., when most people leave work. From February 13 to February 18, designated at the Lunar New Year special transportation period, a total of 2.12 million train seats have been made available. However, many bus and KTX tickets for journeys to major provincial cities had already sold out. Earlier today, I spoke with several people about their travel plans and their excitement for the holiday. Let's take a listen.
I don't have any specific plans, but I'm going to see my parents and meet up with my friends in my hometown.
I'm going down to my hometown to see my relatives and also to visit my ancestors' graves.
The 4 of us, my mom, my eldest aunt's son, and me, will spend time together.
Well, it's great to hear how people are looking forward to the holiday. Now, Youngin, what can travelers expect as the holiday travel rush continues?
The traffic is expected to get even busier tomorrow with heavy congestion forecasts on major expressways. The Transport Ministry estimated that around 27.8 million people will be on the move during the holiday period. The busiest day is expected to be on Tuesday, the actual Seollal day. On that day, 9.52 million people are projected to travel. Both homebound and returning travelers will crowd the roads, with an estimated 6.15 million vehicles using expressways. Traffic congestion this Friday peaked between 5 and 6 p.m. and is expected to gradually ease between 10 and 11 p.m. At 8 p.m., the drive from Seoul to Busan is estimated to take around 4 hours and 30 minutes. Travel time from Seoul to Daejeon is expected to be around 1 hour and 40 minutes, while the journey from Seoul to Daegu will take approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes by car. Peak travel congestion is forecast for Sunday, with the trip from Seoul to Busan expected to take up to 7 hours. On Tuesday, the 17th, the return journey from Busan to Seoul could take as long as 10 hours. However, not everyone will be spending the holidays in the country. From February 13 to February 18, Korea Airports Corporation expects approximately 1.36 million passengers to travel through Incheon International Airport, both departing and arriving. That's all I have for you, Tommy. Happy Seollal.
That was our Choi Ga-on live from Seoul Station. Thank you and happy Seollal to you too, Youngin. And now in other news, a positive momentum can be seen in the Korean economy. Improving consumption and booming chip exports are driving the momentum, though risks still remain on the horizon. Kim Jun-hong reports.
South Korea's economy continued its recent positive trend in January, supported by stronger consumer confidence and the semiconductor-led export boom. That's according to the Ministry of Finance and Economy's monthly Green Book, which has described the economy as being in recovery for a 4th straight month.
The economy is maintaining its rebound, with consumption picking up and semiconductor exports leading the way. Although indicators briefly adjusted in October due to base effects, the recovery trend has resumed since November.
In December, overall industrial output rose 1.5% from a month earlier, with gains in manufacturing, construction, and services. Service output, retail sales, and construction investment also increased. Facility investment, however, fell 3.6%. Exports totaled $65.8 billion in January, up 33.9% from a year earlier, to reach the highest January figure on record. The ministry credited robust semiconductor shipments, which posted triple-digit on-year growth, for leading the export surge. Total exports to the United States, China, and ASEAN countries all increased. Consumer confidence improved in January, with the index edging up 1 point from a month earlier to 110.8. Inflation rose 2.0% from a year earlier, as price pressures on agricultural and seafood products eased. However, the Finance Ministry voiced continued concerns over the pace of recovery in construction investment, the impact of U.S. tariffs, and weak job conditions in vulnerable sectors. It added that it will step up macroeconomic support while pushing measures to revitalize consumption, investment, and exports. 김준홍, Arirang News.
Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi could visit South Korea in March for talks with the President Lee Jae-myung. Citing unnamed government sources, Japan's Jiji Press reported on Thursday that the visit is being considered as part of the two leaders' back-and-forth diplomacy, with the President Lee's hometown of Andong City, Gyeongsangbuk-do Province mentioned as a possible venue. A Blue House official told Arirang News that while both sides agree on continuing such visits, no specific dates have been finalized. Now, Lee and Takaichi last met in Japan's Nara Prefecture last month. With Seoul and The Hague kicking off their first ever foreign affairs and trade strategic dialogue this week, the Dutch foreign minister sat down with Arirang to provide more insights about his visit. Here's our Oh Soo-young with more.
South Korea and the Netherlands are natural partners in chip technology and are bound together as liberal democratic middle powers. That's according to Dutch Foreign Minister David van Bijl, speaking with Arirang News during his visit to Seoul.
So I think that both the Netherlands and Korea have been thriving due to the international rules-based order that's been built in the 80 years since the Second World War. We are both entrepreneurial countries, we have open economies, we are outward-oriented, we depend on other countries for our well-being and our economies, so that really binds us together.
The first 2+2 meeting of foreign and trade ministers took place in Seoul on Wednesday, with the two countries' semiconductor alliance as the main agenda. While Korea's Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix produce more than half the world's memory chips, Dutch firm ASML's lithography technology is an integral part of producing the most advanced semiconductors.
I think we're very complementary, but we also want to make sure that we safeguard this technology, use it in a responsible way, and also make sure that our potential adversaries don't make misuse of this.
This comes amid supply chain disruptions, economic coercion by larger powers, and technological rivalry.
I think it's very important for middle powers like Korea and the Netherlands are to hold hands and to make sure that we keep advocating this international rules-based order that has brought us so much. And yes, that sometimes means that you also need to reduce dependencies, whether it's in the field of security or in the field of economy, to get a more even balanced approach within our alliances.
Cooperation is also broadening beyond economics to include defence and regional security in the Indo-Pacific.
Last year, our navies conducted a joint exercise, and as a former naval officer and also having spent time in NATO working on hybrid threats and cybersecurity, how do you intend to deepen the security partnership between South Korea and the Netherlands?
So I think there's a lot of opportunities in defence industry, in defence innovation, because both of our countries are very highly involved in new technologies, and we will see those technologies also seeping into the military, whether it's AI, the use of drones, which we're already seeing in in Ukraine or cyber. This will be a large part, and also we believe it important to be present in this region, if only for the freedom of navigation that we hold so high. So we will send a frigate again this year in 2026 to the region to participate in exercises with various countries here.
Also during his visit, Van Bael met with Unification Minister Chung Dong-young in light of Seoul's new policy of peaceful coexistence with North Korea. The Dutch Foreign Minister noted with caution Pyongyang's ongoing cooperation with Russia.
It has been supplying soldiers, it has been supplying equipment, and that cooperation only seems to deepen. At the moment, that makes it very, very hard to see anything positive happening vis-à-vis the North Korean regime. And I think that at the moment we would advocate for sanctions and pressure to stop this alignment and to make sure that North Korea doesn't gain any sensitive technologies from Russia in return for their help on this senseless war of aggression in Ukraine.
As Seoul and The Hague advanced their strategic partnership, the minister emphasized underlying common values.
I believe that we have a great basis to build on. I probably insulted your nation by saying you are like the Dutch people in Asia, but I mean that in a very positive way, that you are forthcoming, you are entrepreneurial, you are outgoing, and when you make a deal, it is a deal. And that for us are golden values that we find reflected in Korean society as well.
Minister David Van Bael, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
The race for the 2026 LCK Cup title is officially underway. The playoffs kicked off on Thursday at the league's home stadium, where the power of Korea's esports league was on display. Our Jung Hae-rim takes us to the opening round.
Surrounded by legendary champion statues and bathed in immersive blue lighting, this is Seoul Park. Known as the beating heart of League of Legends champions Korea, this dedicated gaming stadium hosted the first round of the playoffs on Thursday, featuring 5 matches between DN Supers and BNK. At the entrance, a shop filled with fan favorites from uniforms to League of Legends merchandise. The playoffs have attracted many fans of both teams who are eager to show their support, including at the Biljiwater zone, where people can design their own cheer banners.
I'm a big fan of Dudu, and today's a revenge match, so I hope his team wins. Good luck, DN Supers.
The stadium also featured events run by the teams. BNK hosted a booth with their signature Fox character. As LCK is loved by both domestic and international fans, the stadium was also full of tourist attractions. Team uniforms, accessories, and trophies were on display, highlighting the significance of Korea's role in esports.
Yeah, it looks very impressive. Like I've been on to venues in Europe, for example, and they're also very impressive, but this is like another level.
One by one, fans entered the stadium, filling the arena with raw emotion. Fans roared with excitement at every kill, or groaned in collective disappointment as the tide of battle turned. DN Supers took the first set, defying most predictions and showcasing their determination to reach the top. With the first round of the 2026 LCK Cup playoffs just finished, the atmosphere here at the LCK Arena is electric. The winner today will take a step closer to the finals in Hong Kong. However, the battle was far from over. The series turned into a grueling marathon going the full 5 sets. Despite DN Supers' early momentum, BNK fought back fiercely and ultimately secured a hard-fought 3-2 victory late into the night. The match was a reminder of the intense passion that drives the league. As the road to Hong Kong continues, the heat of the LCK is burning hotter than ever. Jung Hae-rim, Arirang News.
Now over in Italy, South Korean snowboarder Choi Ga-on captured the country's first gold medal at the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics, making history as the first South Korean to ever win Olympic gold in a snow sport. Kim Do-yeon reports.
From the brink of being taken off the course on a stretcher to the top of the podium, 17-year-old Choi Ga-on took gold in the snowboard halfpipe at the Milano Cortina Winter Games on Thursday, despite falling on her first two runs. Her first fall was especially concerning, with officials even preparing a stretcher fearing a serious injury. She managed to get up, but fell again in her second run, leaving her sitting in last place with one chance left. In her third and final run, Choi landed her signature switch backside 900 perfectly. Judges awarded her a massive 90.25, vaulting her past defending champion from the US, Chloe Kim, who was leading with a score of 88. When Kim fell on her own final run, Choi's victory was sealed. Ironically, Choi had named Kim as her idol in an interview with Korean broadcaster JTBC prior to the competition, saying Kim never gives up and stays focused to win on her third run, even if she falls on her first two. Both competitors' relationship also goes a long way back, as Kim's father helped Choi train and compete in the US from a young age. Choi has now broken Chloe Kim's record to become the youngest ever winner in this event while securing the nation's first ever gold in snowboarding. South Korea has stayed strong in the snowboarding section during this event as a whole, picking up a gold, a silver, and a bronze medal. Kim Do-yeon, Arirang News.
A new K-pop themed film starring and directed by mega hit singer-songwriter Anderson Paak is set to hit theaters this month. For more, we turn to our culture correspondent Paak Konu tonight. Welcome back, Konu.
Thanks for having me.
So Konu, it's all yours.
All right, so many viewers will know Anderson Paak as a multiple Grammy Award winner behind Leave the Door Open with Bruno Mars, and also many collaborations with K-pop artists including BTS and even G-Dragon. And now, as he moves into film, this project is growing, it's gaining growing global attention. So let's first take a closer look.
A new K-pop challenge for this African-American artist of ethnic Korean heritage, Anderson Paak. The multi-Grammy winner is pulling double duty, starring in and directing the upcoming movie K-Pops. The film centers on a struggling musician who reconnects with his rising K-pop star son and enters Seoul's fiercely competitive K-pop scene. And the inspiration, his K-pop loving son, who also appears in the movie as his on-screen son.
He was like, I don't really want to listen to your music, Dad. I'm listening to BTS, Stray Kids. He was into it, and I was kind of like the odd man out. And so I was learning about all the K-pop music. I thought that could be a unique way to tell and shine a light on both sides of my culture, my Black culture and my Korean culture.
The idea was born during COVID when his tour was halted and father-son time naturally increased, eventually leading to 5 years of working and acting together. Paak says his son was a constant source of encouragement along the way.
I didn't know that if I could be on set 6 a.m. every day and also learn my lines, also get the music done, I was getting scared. And I was asking my son, like, do you want to do this still? And he was like, I better do this. I've been in acting classes and dancing classes for a year. Like, I'm ready. Let's do it. And so I was like, all right, let's do it, man. I'm ready to go. If you're not scared, I'm not scared. And we'll learn this together. And
beyond the hard work, he says the project allowed him to expand his artistry beyond music and to share it at a time when K-pop dominates the global stage.
I think it's just impeccable, like on the heels of things like K-pop Demon Hunters. And I just hope that the people within K-pop continue to appreciate the culture, the art, and, continue to go back and maybe bring and reach back within, some of the people that they pulled from.
The film also features K-pop heavyweights, including G-Dragon, Vernon of 17, Jay Park, and Jessie in cameo roles and on the official soundtrack. And for the cast, the story also hits close to home.
It's very reflective of our own journey as struggling musicians. There's a lot of similarities between the Black and Korean community, and in a world where everything online is so divisive and everyone's kind of fighting on the internet. We wanted to bring kind of joy through music and two communities together through music.
Bridging cultures through a shared musical journey, the film's already gaining global attention after screening at major festivals, including the Toronto International Film Festival. And now, K-Pops is set to hit US theaters on February 27th.
It's so exciting, Konu. Now, will we get to see the film here in South Korea as well?
Well, for now, it's only set to release in the United States. But here's what Anderson secretly told us.
But there will be very, very special news following that where everyone will be able to watch it. I'm just not sure if I can say it right now, but I can assure you that my Korean people will be able to check out K-pop. K-pop fans are going to be thrilled with all the K-pop cameos like Vernon and J Park, Jesse, the Rose. I mean, we got so many amazing people on the soundtrack.
Speaking about his growing interest in K-pop, he also mentioned artists he hopes to collaborate with.
Like Stray Kids and Twice, Blackpink, more stuff with BTS would be great. New Jeans, and even Longshot, J Park's new group, Cat's Eye. There's so many groups I would love to work with. And I think sky's the limit for K-pop. And now that it's getting really recognized globally and they're massive, I feel like people are still discovering it.
Now, Konu, I'm wondering, are films like this actually helping Korean films, become the mainstream in the U.S.?
Absolutely. So we've already witnessed that through K-pop Demon Hunters, the impact, how it brought in the United States, including a Grammy win. And according to the latest American Community survey by the U.S. Census Bureau, the Korean population in the U.S. has surpassed 2 million, with nearly 30% identifying as multiracial. And that's why an insider of the LA Korean Festival Foundation that's jointly promoting K-pops says films like this are meaningful as they reflect the diverse lives of Korean communities in the U.S.
Our responsibility is to create space where every Korean, regardless of your background, feels pride in our heritage. This film really contributes meaningfully to that vision. We could do so much to advocate and to show the United States what Koreans are all about. My role doing that is to have more festivals. Nowadays, it's all about experience, and K-culture is one of the best experiences you could have.
Last year, more than 400,000 people attended the LA Korean Festival across just 4 days. And Cha also noted the audience wasn't just Korean, but also African American and Latino communities all coming together just to experience K-culture.
So exciting. Konu, thanks for coming in tonight, and you have a great Lunar New Year holiday.
Okay, happy Seollal, Demi.
Hello and welcome. I am your AI sports correspondent, Arirang. This section features AI-generated content and scripts, bringing you the latest news from the Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026. Here are our top stories. South Korean skater Im Jong-un has won the bronze medal in the men's 1,000-meter short track. The 18-year-old clocked a time of 1 minute and 24.611 seconds after making a late push from 5th place to the lead group during the final lap. Following a photo finish, officials awarded the gold medal to Jens van Avoudt of the Netherlands and silver to China's Sun Rong. This podium finish at the Milano Ice Skating Arena on Thursday is the first medal for the South Korean short track team and the nation's fourth overall at the 2026 Games. The South Korean women's curling team defeated host nation Italy 7-2 in their second round-robin match on Friday in Cortina d'Ampezzo. Led by skip Kim In-ji, the Korean squad secured a decisive 4-point lead in the sixth end, which prompted Italy to concede the match. The victory gives South Korea a 1-1 record in the preliminary stage following an opening loss to the United States. The team will face Great Britain on Friday. South Korean figure skating star Cha Jun-hwan is aiming for a place on the podium. After placing 6th in the short program with a season best score, he now eyes the podium in the free skate. Cha has simplified his routine to focus on perfection, and confirmed he's planning to quadruple jumps rather than 3. The final showdown begins on Saturday at 3 a.m. Korea time. The scores of the short program and free skate are combined to determine placement. Tao will perform to Balada Para Un Loko, to the same music that brought him Asian Winter Games gold. If he makes the podium, he will be South Korea's first ever men's Olympic figure skating medalist. Snowboard prodigy Lee has become the first South Korean male to reach an Olympic halfpipe final. The 19-year-old secured his spot by finishing 9th in the qualifiers with a score of 82 points. He will take to the slopes for the final on Saturday at 3:30 a.m. Korea time. He is now preparing a secret weapon for the final, a triple cork 1620, which involves 4.5 mid-air rotations. The former world champion missed out on the medals 4 years ago in Beijing. If he is successful on Saturday, it would be South Korea's first men's halfpipe Olympic medal. Before we head out, let's look ahead. Appearing now on your screen are the current medal standings and the upcoming schedule for the Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026.
What a dusty day we've had. The first high concentration dust reduction measures of the year have been issued for Seoul, Gyeonggi-do and the west of Gangwon-do province. But sadly, air quality will get worse tonight with very bad levels expected for the capital region. And many dry weather advisories have been lifted except along the east coast. But with warm and dry conditions continuing and more people visiting grave sites during the holiday period, wildfire risks remain elevated. And tomorrow morning, Seoul will be waking up to a low of 4 degrees Celsius, Daegu at just 1 degree. Then by the afternoon, Seoul will make it to 12 degrees Celsius, Daejeon, Gwangju at 15 degrees. Now, no severe cold is expected during the Lunar New Year holiday, although morning lows will still dip below freezing. With that in mind, here's a look at the international weather conditions.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Kim Dami. From all of us here at Arirang, thanks for watching and good night.